Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sap. I camp out with Lion's Den, Hawan Ben Yashua in Jacksonville, Florida. And first I'd like to say a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Akims, and to the women and children. Kal Halayim La, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Ha Roka Kodash Mahamath. In the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawam. Salutation to the Arkhams on the four corners of the earth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Okay, this you could say like a part two. It's going to talk more about the toxic foods. Right, I did a lesson last night on the lesson was when the righteous are in authority, right? And we talk about famine and hunger, okay? Well, this one we're going to talk a little bit more about food. What is going on out there that people are waking up to it, okay? The title of this lesson, it says called, There Shall Be Famine and Pestilence. Woo! Yes, sirree. Pestilence followed by pests. Plagues, uncertain affirmities, a plague, disease, right? Which is going about around the world right now. But let me play a little bit of this video and then we get into the lesson. Here we go. It says here, toxic everything, ban everywhere but U.S., right? So, here we go.
Been to a Walmart lately? It's starting to get a little bit scary. There's more and more videos of fights and craziness happening in Walmarts and other stores. It's wild. Going to the grocery store has become so violent. And have you heard people say that some detergents are banned in 80 other countries because of toxins? I'll tell you more about that. It's no question why so many countries like Germany, Netherlands are protesting and fighting back as more and more fake stuff is brought into stores and they're trying to price out and eliminate the real farmers with the real stuff. You guys need to be careful out there at what you're using because what you're using right now is probably toxic. From milk, deodorant, meat, household cleaners, and more. If you guys ask for more stuff to be aware of, I got a list. The big question is everything out there designed to either keep us sick or kill us? I've told you about most of the laundry detergents on the shelf out there have toxic agents. And the big buzz lately is the big one is supposedly being banned in 80 countries, but okay for the United States. So let's find out why. My name is Cohen here at Riverside Homestead, and if you're brand new here, welcome. If you guys are into pressing tips, emergency preparedness, and most of all, news and awareness, stuff that you want to know about, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. What's being said out there is that Tide laundry detergent is banned in 80 countries because it uses extremely harmful chemicals, one in which being dioxane. That is linked to cancer and endocrine disruptors, which significantly impact reproductive health for women. We're talking dioxane, ethylene oxide, sodium borate, soaking your clothes in this stuff, and then putting it on your body. Let's dig a little deeper. So if you look this up, they're going to say no. Tide is a popular American brand of laundry detergent and it has face restrictions in certain regions due to its composition. While it's not banned in 80 countries, it's probably 79, there have been specific concerns about its ingredients. Over here it says, why is Tide banned in Europe? Tide was banned in Europe because it carries high levels of dioxane. Actually, Tide carries the highest level of dioxane found in any laundry detergent. And get this, guys, dioxane can be absorbed through the skin from fabrics exposed to it. And there have been links between dioxane exposure and cancer and other health conditions. So the question is, why would you, for your entire life, wash your clothes in toxins that are linked to stuff like that when you have an option not to? Look, real quick before we move on, for those of you that have not found a healthy option, we have found the last family-owned consumer goods manufacturer at its scale to go up against this monopoly out there. American-made, non-toxic ingredients and supporting family-owned. You guys need a good option and are considering switching your home over to a safe home. You guys can go to Switch with RHL, which will be down in the description and pinned comments, and talk to one of our community members here to help you learn about the safe options. Another thing.
Well, excuse me. You know, the problem with what he's advertising, which is all nice and dandy, there's a lot of healthy food websites that you can go and buy stuff, right? But the thing is that we're moving to a digital currency system era, soon to be controlled, right, by these wicked corporations, okay? And that they're going to be changing the money system to an invisible money, and they're going to be telling you what you can eat and not eat, right? We got to keep in mind that, what's his name again? Carl Schwab said that you will eat bugs, okay? So you got to keep that in mind. Let's keep moving along.
Recently, New York enacted a law that limits the presence of potential carcinogens called 1 and 4-dioxane in laundry detergent, as well as certain popular brands, including Tide, had to adjust their formulations to comply with the regulations. So is your health any concern to them? No. They are going to slide by with whatever they have to do to make that money. You guys want to learn more about the unsafe cleaners? I've done a lot of other videos that have millions of views. But let's move on. Real quick, let's go over some food items that are banned in other countries. Fruit Loops, banned in France and Austria, Norway, and Finland. Food dyes 5 and Red 40, which have been said considered harmful. Many scientific studies link these artificial colors with the inhibition of cell development. The sugary cereal also contains soybean, cottonseed oil, and hydrogenated coconut, considered dangerous and banned in those countries. Chlorine-washed chicken. Sounds pretty tasty, right? So apparently in the U.S., the chicken is routinely washed in chlorine solution before it hits the market ready. So some of you asking, why would they do that? Well, to get rid of the bacteria, because how they handle this stuff is not good. This antimicrobial treatment reduces the possibility of salmonella contamination and other bacteria that could lead to foodborne illnesses. So to me, it sounds like they're fixing the problem with another possible problem. This is also the main reason that in the European Union has banned the American chicken since 1997. The EU is not concerned about the chlorine consumption rather, it questions why the chicken must go through deep cleaning in the first place. Thinks there should be a high level of safety throughout the food chain from the farm to the fork. So apparently, if we have to go through that measure to try to make it safe to hit the shelves, what is the process this chicken went through, and how safe is it in the first place? Anybody out there drink Mountain Dew? Banned in the European Union and Japan. Why is it banned? We all know that Mountain Dew isn't one of the healthiest drinks, but if you still do the do, you might want to know that the lemon lime drink contains brominated vegetable oil, BVO. The food additive banned in Japan, and some of you might be thinking, well, what is that stuff used in? Well, the Japan and the European Union, anything that contains bromine, the element is found in flame retardants. And get this, according to the CDC, the consumption of bromine can lead to a number of health problems such as headaches, memory loss, an impaired balance and coordination, and it's also bad for your skin. You might be thinking, well, I've always been a Pepsi drinker. Well, you might have already been exposed. PepsiCo announced in 2014 that the dangerous chemical would be removed from its soft drinks. However, the BVO wasn't removed from Mountain Dew's list of ingredients until 2020. And folks,
Okay, let's leave it here. I think you're catching the point that bottom line, that the governments of this world system and corporations that are promoting all this artificial food, starting with what's his name, Bill Gates, right, are not doing it because they really care about our health, right? And going to the industry to help us to take care of our health, they're not interested, right? More and more books are coming out from people who worked in the field, right, that are talking about it, how wicked and corrupted these corporations are. I find it surprising how the middle-class Edomites don't make it the time more than ever to sue all these supermarkets, because if we so-called Negros, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds do it, it ain't gonna do much of a change, right? We are still treated like slaves in this wicked world, right? They don't care two hoots about us. But I find it interesting that the middle class Edomites allow the rich Edomites to abuse of their own kind like that, right? When it should be suing and putting liens on the stores and find out where these corporations, where these people live at, right? And see if the court system, which I doubt it very much, is going to stop or change anything, right? One of the reasons why worldwide, besides what's going on with the food industry, what they're going to do with the money industry as well, why there's going to be civil unrest around the world. I want to go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. See that ye be not troubled," right? "For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Verse 7, "For nation shall rise against nations, kingdoms against kingdoms, and there shall be famine and pestilence." Well, now we know why, right? When it says famines, it's going to get worse than what it is now, right? When you won't be able to go to stores and get food. But most of the foods in the stores don't have the nutrients, the minerals, and the vitamins they used to have before, because they keep promoting these artificial foods to keep people sick, right? And I forgot, I was trying to look for it. I saw a YouTube of a professor that was talking about why these things are happening. Why all this chaos, that's going on. Is because the studies of science in the field of human birth. I mean, they got another terminology name. I'm just saying it that way. That, just like the wild kingdom, there's certain animals that produce more than other animals. That's the way nature was created, to be balanced. Well, the same thing with humans, okay? And it shows that the Caucasian people, right, do not produce as many or as much children as the so-called Negros, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds. Which is interesting when you think about it, because that plays a part too. Like when I did cow ranching, the owner had 500 acres, right? And one cow lives off 1 acre, okay? So you got to keep an eye the amount of cows you have, that the cows start producing too many cows that you cannot keep, right? You have to start butchering them. So in our situation, okay, just like in the era of Egypt, when the Pharaoh said go out, and kill the firstborns, they want to keep everybody locked up, living a certain way, because they want to convince everybody that the earth is not as big, or that that it's overpopulated, when the earth is much bigger than what they are talking. Number one. Number two, the biggest concern is that they don't produce as many children or as fast as we do, right? And if you do the math, you realize that we will, overpopulate them and take over. And they cannot allow that, right? So the wicked that they are, they tamper with the air, with the water, with the food, with the clothes, with the money, and with what? With the health. And that's how come we plead in the name of Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, to come back and remove these wicked bastards from the face of the earth, from power. and remove their kingdom as well. Okay? Even though they have whistleblowers, Edomites, it does not change anything. Right? I mean, they come out saying, well, just go. They have a saying, if you want any changes, do it with your money. But the money's not even ours because it's not backed up by silver and gold. It's corrupted as well. It's going to get worse with that digital currency invisible money system. Okay? Pestilence, earthquakes in device places. Okay? That was verse 7. So we see that these things are happening. Russia, China, America, Iran, right? Israel still mass murdering people over there in Pakistan, right? I mean, they all doing this with the intention to bring population down, just like Bill Gates said that they need to bring population down. I want to go to Haggai, chapter 2. Give me a minute. I'll turn my page here. Give me a minute. Chapter 2, verse 22. And I will overthrow the throne of kingdoms. I will destroy the strength of kingdoms of heathens. Of the heathens, yeah. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is fed up with the wickedness of these Edomites around the world. Right? And with the heathens, China, Russia, and other countries. Okay? That are participants as well. And I will overthrow the chariots, yeah, and those that ride them, in them, and the horses and their riders shall come down, everyone by the sword of his brother. Yeah, all those flying planes of mass destruction, those drones, all those vehicles that they build with weapons, right, to shoot missiles back and forth, they're all destroying themselves, right? The Edomites in power in America and Russia are related, right? They're just fighting for power, for greed. Nothing new under the sun, as it says somewhere in Scripture, okay? And they truly believe that whoever owns the technology can defeat everyone and anything. But they're going to have a rude awakening when Yahweh the Father turns loose Yahweh Shai, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. I want to go to Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. Give me a minute. Gotta look for that one. Give me a minute. 44, verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall Yahweh of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to another people, but it shall break in pieces. Woo! Huh? And consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Yeah, that's what's going on right now. Okay? Empires, kingdoms are falling down. And America is going to be the biggest one that the whole world is going to see go down and never come back up again. It's going to be the example to the whole world, right? Because the majority of the whole world wants to imitate America, wants to be America, okay? When I travel in my younger years, I've been to Aruba, Curacao, Venezuela, even though they talk bad about America, they have everything that America has. McDonald's, Burger King, Tony Roma, right? They practice the same pagan holidays, right? They promote the same thing, men with men, women with women, right? I mean, so, you know, it's a beautiful thing to know the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and to know that he's coming back, right? To remove this wickedness, right? To remove it from the face of the earth. Give me a minute, I'm looking over here. Isaiah chapter 60, verse 12. For the nations and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Yeah. Once Yahweh comes back with the host of angels and set his throne back in Israel, right? And remove those fake wannabes, those imposters, right? Those criminals, those murderers, okay? That when he bring his people, the so-called Negros, Latinos, Negros, and speckled birds, which is going to be first, he's only coming back for 144,000 chosen elect and 1/3. That's very little compared to 2/3 that are going to be burned with those missiles that Russia and China and other countries are going to be throwing to America. Okay? And also the so-called UFOs. Right? In the Bible, they call them chariots and clouds. When Yahweh comes back in those chariots, right, with the host of angels, he's going to be sapping people left and right as well, participating. That second judgment is not a pretty one. And before that second judgment comes, it's going to get ugly in the world. The Biden is going to go to a level that's never seen and will be seeing again. That's how ugly it's going to get. But when he comes back, he's going to put things in order. And if you don't, if other countries do not worship the true living only one God, right, and don't obey, well, they'll be wasted, taken out. See how that goes? Zechariah. Give me a minute, I got to turn this here. Zechariah chapter 14. I mean, look at the mess that this wicked world has done. This wicked Edomite system. Zechariah 14, verse 17. And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King of Yahweh, which is Yahweh Shai, right? And the 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called Negros Latinos, American and speckled word. And it says here, the King of Yahweh of hosts, of what? Of armies. Even up on them shall be no rain. Yeah. If countries, right, don't come to Israel when the time is to come to celebrate the holy days and to worship, well, they get no rain. If they get no rain, that means they get no food that can grow in their land. Right? It's going to get real ugly. You see? Because the earth is going to be run righteously. Right now, the earth is run wickedly. And people around the world are fed up. Right? Now, of course, the governments want people to be afraid of the government. That is not going to be happening anymore. It's going to be the other way around. That's how come they're going to be hiding in bunkers, right? Using drones. That's what Israel is doing right now, right? It's just experimenting using massive amount of drones to take out people and children. Right? Okay, well, when Yahweh comes back, he's going to be taking out people with his chariots. See how you like that? And he's going to be taking out the wicked children out as well. I want to go to 1 Corinthians. Give me a minute. Why do you think they are unleashing all this massive sickness and diseases around the world? Because they want everyone to be on their knees, right? And fear them. You're just going to piss people more off. And the good news, you're going to keep pissing Yahweh Bashin Yahushai off. Hey, what happened here? I said 1 Corinthians and I got to the wrong. Give me a minute. Oh, here it goes. I know I had it. Chapter 15, verse 22. One more page. Verse 22. For as in Adam all die, even so in Yahushai shall all be made alive. Yeah. Thanks to Eve, right, the wicked vessel, through her being deceived, right, all men have to pay the price, right? She doesn't want to be, she doesn't want to take the responsibility that she plays a big part, right? Women's today, to this day, women still like to be, I should not use the word like, still practice, right? Being guided by their emotions and feelings. When that's something that a woman should learn to control. And from my experience, I think that's most something, woman, God, Yahweh, Bashin Yashai gave that to a woman to use when they have children, when they're young, number one. Number two, also to use that when she's in bed with her husband. Not out of bed, right? To use it as a guider, a guidance in her life every day in the world. Okay? That's something that is something that a woman should learn more and more to control. But hey, we live in a wicked system, right? And most of our women like to be equal as men, and they want to be independent. Well, for demanding that so much, well, when the drafting comes in, and they will have to go and fight also, right? They want to be like men. Okay. Verse 23. But every man in his own order, Yahweh Shai, the first fruit. Afterwards, they that are Yahweh Shai's at his coming. Yeah. Those who are called. Okay? Not many are called, few are chosen. That's a comment. It says that it's only going to be 144,000 chosen elect. We don't know who it's going to be. I hope and pray that I'm one of them, right? I mean, that's all we can do is hope. But Yahweh and Yahweh Shah already has it written from the beginning of time who that's going to be. That's the way it is. That's the way it works. Verse 24. Then comes the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to Yahweh Shai. Okay. Even the Father, when he shall have put down all rules and all authority and power. Yeah. Right now, our people, so-called Negros Latinos, Native American and speckled birds don't see it, If you're not called to be given that sight, which is a gift and a blessing, you just keep going your merry way, right? Because the spirit was not given into you. Truth was not given to you. I don't care how many years you went to Christian college. You're not going to receive it just because you got a degree and you went to indoctrination school. That doesn't work like that. Truth is not control. It cannot be destroyed. Okay? It's when Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shah decides who to give it to, when to give it. Right? Verse, give me a minute. Verse 25. For he must reign till he has put all enemies under his feet. Woo! And that's going to happen, Edomites. You are going to be put under the feet of Yahweh Shai. Whether you like it or not, that's no problem to us. Verse 26. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. Yeah, that's right. Because look how they're destroying, look how they're killing our people. Promoting, putting fake food and removing the true food that God created on earth. And then they look at you with a smile, right? Like Bill Gates, like what he's doing. He's so intelligent. I'm so wealthy. Look at me, how I can screw anybody I want. And you can't do nothing to me. Well, we have to learn to be patient because we cannot do anything to you. That's true. But Yahweh Shai is going to do everything to you when he comes back. So keep smiling. Keep having the same energy. Bill Gates, Kyle Schwab, George Soros, Elon Musk, the other elites, right? And the other wicked ones. Have the same energy when Yahweh Shai comes back. Okay? And we'll see who has the last laugh. Okay, going to 2 Timothy. Chapter 1, verse 10. But it's now made manifested by the appearing of our Savior Yahweh Shai, who has abolished death and has brought life and immortality, right? Immortality, incorruptibility, unending existence, immortality, incorruption, sincerity, purity. And when we get that new spiritual Superman powerful body, the perfect body, oh boy, it's game on, Edomites. What you gonna do when we come for you? What you gonna do? You think that those drones and you think that AI is gonna be very intelligent, that's gonna stop us? No. We're gonna be unstoppable. Huh? Because we're going to be righteous with a perfect body. Sent out to put things back in order with Yahweh Shai and with the host of angels. I want to go to Ephesians. You know, the Edomites think because they're recording anything that we're saying that they're going to, come and get us, right? Which you already know through scripture that some of us are going to be thrown to FEMA. Someone's going to be beheaded, right? Someone's going to be beaten to death, starved to death, right? That we should have fear on them. What they're going to do. No. There's no return, Edomites, okay? You have pissed off Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. You have touched the apple of his eyes. You see? But they know this, right? Again, I repeat it. That's how come they have bunkers. Because the majority of them, like Elon Musk, Billy Gates, and the rest of them, are going to be hiding what the rest of the Edomites are going to be fighting for them. You know, they're going to go and fight while the ones that are wealthy are going to go and hide. Okay, Ephesians chapter 1, verse 9. Having made known unto us the mystery of his will, according to his good pleasure. Huh? That's making it clear right there that Yahweh Shin Yashai controls everything. You see? So the Edomites, what they're really doing is making a lot of noise so you look only in their direction. So you only keep believing and thinking that that's the only belief system that is powerful and that's going to be living forever and ever. No. If anything, they are destroying themselves forever and ever. Which he had purpose in himself. That's right. Yahweh Bashin Yasha has a purpose, and they control everything, and they're going to put everything back in balance. All we have to do, those who are called the so-called Negros Latinos, Native American speckled birds, is do the work to the best of our ability. Right? To warn our people that, hey, there is a solution. Hey, there is hope. There is a remedy. Right? Wake up. Start drinking the Edomites Kool-Aid. Right? Come back to who you really are. You're not Puerto Rican. You're not African, Venezuelan, Mexican, Cuban, Peruvian, right? Colombian. I mean, we can go on, man. Right? But if you're not called, you will not, receive it. That'll be impossible. Verse 11. In whom also we have obtained an inheritance, being predestinated. Woo! Wow, that is so beautiful. Give me goosebumps, huh? Knowing that we have an inheritance, that we come from a wealthy, powerful family. That's going to come back and kick the Edomites' ass. And the rest of the wicked heathens around the world. According to the purpose of him. Wow. Who works all things after the counsel of his own will. Come on, man. If you cannot see that everything is controlled by Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, man, you've been drinking too much of that Kool-Aid. That means that you have an IV hooked up on your vein with that Kool-Aid everywhere you go. How that song went that I used to hear a lot when I used to be in the cars with my, at that time, my so-called friends, Christian friends, They used to always put that song on, Give Me Jesus, Give Me the Juice. Huh? No, we sing, Give Us Yahweh Shai. That's what we sing to. Okay, I want to leave it with Isaiah chapter 46. Let me go and turn these pages. Give me a minute. I'm going to turn in these pages as fast as I can. Give me a minute. This is Zechariah. Oh, I said 46. I'm getting there. I'm in 49, 45, chapter 46, verse 10, I'll leave it with that. Says, declaring the end from the beginning and from the ancient times. Wow. The things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Yeah. Everything is running accordingly, believe it or not. Okay? Everything is running perfectly. the way Yahweh Shin Shai said the chessboard is going to be run and play. Because they are the master in chess, not the AI. Okay? This big boast about the AI will be able to learn by itself and is intelligent. Well, the whole world is going to find out that it's not as intelligent as these wicked Edomites make it, think to be. I hope that this was edifying, and with that, I'll say shalom.